It's difficult to imagine an individual in modern times who is on par with Einstein, Da Vinci, and Aristotle in their respective fields. But there is such a person. His name is Jacques Fresco, and he is a 98-year-old man who lives in the woods in northern Florida. He is also a mechanical, architectural, and social engineer who has big plans for the future. As an engineering student, I have studied Mr. Fresco's work thoroughly. I have studied his life and his philosophy, and I will be discussing how he is self-educated, how some of his ideas come under criticism for similarities with communism, and how everything in his body of work, it tries to achieve harmony between men and men in nature. Let's begin. Mr. Fresco is self-educated. He dropped out of school at 14 years old to support his family during the Depression, and 2 years later, through self-study in the library system, was invited to the home of Albert Einstein to discuss physics, mathematics, and sociology. He actually does a really good impression of Albert Einstein during a documentary made about his life called Designing the Future. 2 years after meeting Albert Einstein, he was drafted into the Army. He was assigned to the Army Air Corps Research and Development Department, where he was asked if he could design a bomb that flies sideways. He said that he could, but he played dumb because he didn't want to design weapons. Instead, he designed aircraft for the Army. If they had done a proper background check, however, they would have found that in 1938 he was on the rolls for a Communist Party's meeting. And like I said, he came under criticism because his ideas shared a lot of traits with communism. However, he was forcibly removed from that meeting because he pointed out that communism is susceptible to corruption and that communism doesn't provide a way to provide for everyone with a high standard of living. So instead he chose a political party, if you will, known as technocracy. And technocracy's idea is that everybody works together, everybody shares all of the resources, and the common goal is to advance technology so that what limited resources we have can be used more efficiently and everybody has a first world standard of living. And whether it's his strange political views, his bluntness, his seeming to be intentional aggression towards most standard things, if you will, his ability to think outside of the box, everything he does, he tries to achieve harmony. He doesn't want to be angry at someone. He doesn't want anyone angry at him. He just wants to communicate with no barriers in the way, such as tact or the desire to be polite. He focuses entirely on harmony. He built a futuristic looking city on some property he bought in northern Florida that has all the amenities you could ever want, buildings spanning his acreage, and no building is visible from any other building. So it gives you the sense that you're living in the country inside of a modern city. It's the harmony. He is also 98 years old, and he is still on the cutting edge of eco-friendly technology. Everything he puts out at this point is renewable energy, and he has contributed so much to the field. His work as a multidisciplined engineer has furthered us at least as much as Albert Einstein's, and he poses the question in life. Actually, it's more of a statement. He says that if we do not change our social, our economic, and our cultural structures, that humanity cannot and will not survive more than a few generations into the future. What do you think?